Your Toyota BC dealers present BC Outdoor Sport Fishing with your host, Mike Mitchell.
Your life is an experience.
So I'm getting everything set back up again. He's driving the Hurston. And literally 50 feet in front of us, a humpback whale comes up right in front of the boat. And he goes, "Dad!" And I look over and I said, "It's a humpback, buddy. It's all good." And about 2 minutes later,
Let us be one of them.
an eagle scoops down, grabs a rockfish out of a kelp bed, off it goes, and he was hooked.
Your Toyota BC dealers present BC Outdoor Sport Fishing with your host, Mike Mitchell. BC Outdoor Sport Fishing is brought to you by Toyota dealers of BC, Yamaha, Duncan B. Lodge, Rapala, Lowrance, Shockwave Seats, Port Boathouse.
Well, got a couple of familiar faces on the show today. Mike Hudson, Port Boathouse.
Hey, pleasure.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
David Murphy Sport Fishing.
Welcome back.
So we're extreme early season.
Yes.
Well, we're 2 days away from your season opener, really, right? So let's talk about, David, Mike and I just made the run, but let's let our viewers know kind of where you're at, and we can talk about how we got here, and then we'll get into what
For
we're
sure.
doing.
So we're in Kyuquot Sound.
Yep.
And Kyuquot Sound is 20 miles south of the Brooks Peninsula, which is the farthest point west in Canada.
Yep.
Right? Continental Shelf comes right there.
Yep.
So basically every fish that's going south comes by our front door.
Nice. So most people when they get here, they're going to drive into Fair Harbor. You guys are going to send the boats, pick them up.
That's right.
And that's it. So it's a quick drive off the ferry up the highway, and not a quick drive, but
Not a quick drive.
nice
but-
scenic drive.
Yeah. There's a reason why there's not a lot of other boats here.
That's right. Yeah. You got to kind of do your thing.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, we made the run up a little bit different for us. We brought our boat up, so we did met in Campbell River,
Right.
and did the run up from Gold River, right?
Yeah, we did Gold River up along Nook Island, Esperanza, outside, and into Kyuquot Sound. Yeah.
So, what's going on here right now? What are we going to be targeting?
Well, it's early season, so we've got a lot of fish going by.
Yeah.
Not a lot of big mature fish, but nice fish.
Yeah.
And they're right at our doorstep.
And of course, Chinook.
Chinook. We're talking Chinook. Yeah.
Okay. So you can expect to get into a few Chinook today, you're saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. I like the for sure thing.
And you don't have to. You know what? You don't have to drive very far.
Yeah.
today.
Nice. We're fish inside a bit.
Inside. Yeah.
All right. Good. Well, let's either hop in the boat or sit and chat. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Let's go.
Mike, ready?
Right now. Let's
All
go.
right, let's go, guys. How deep are we fishing today, Dave?
Close to the bottom.
Yeah.
It says 101. You want to fish 100?
Really? Okay, cool. Yep.
Nice.
Here, Mike, why don't you take this one? Here.
Decent one. Okay.
Not bad.
Oh, now she decides to go.
There we go. Oh yeah, good one. You step back. You're not ready yet.
So the boat didn't want anything to do with us.
No. So when you think she's ready, just back up and let me get in there between you.
I know how to work that.
All right, I'm just reminding you, it's been a while.
Yeah, first of the season.
Yeah, there we go. So what we're deciding here is that we're gonna keep it or we're gonna let it go. Want to keep one?
Sure, we'll keep first fish of the day.
All right. So get that one. We'll tag it up on your license.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right there. Closed captioning brought to you by the world-famous Duncan Lodge, located in beautiful Rivers Inlet, British Columbia.
We are.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of feed here.
That'd be awesome. We've done that before a few times. No, not yet. Early season. You've got a whole ton of new work done to your place. It looks fantastic. And the work going on too. The progress is amazing since the last time I was here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got a whole new fish processing area. And freezers set up there. You got all the work being done on the decks. And the bathrooms look great. Everything looks awesome. We're kind of lucky we got the run to the resort right now too. The first trip's coming in a couple days after we're here. So we're kind of the guinea pigs, and this is really your first day out in the water today too. So yeah, dialed in 2 fish already. I think you kind of know what you're doing. I don't want to pump your tires too much. Nice. Nice net job.
Yes.
Beauty. Yeah. Beautiful. Your turn, Dave. Right away.
We're going with the tide, eh? So
Yeah. How many boats do you run up here, Dave, in your guide operation? 11 boats. And you can take how many guests at a lot? 33. Wow. And no longer is the ship's gone now. You just kind of expanded your land base.
the ship is really gone. It's actually.
Kelp there. Yeah, right
It
on.
actually got sold and it's heading to the Bahamas.
Wow. Oh, that's cool. That's great.
Through the Panama Canal.
Oh, that'll be neat. Yeah.
Wow, this is really
Yeah, it's a hot fish.
hot. I'm not reading.
Maybe I should have taken that rod instead of. Hey? That's great. Listen to that.
Slow down a little bit.
Want to slow down a bit there, Captain?
Maybe I got the kelp.
How many staff do you guys have working with you at any time? Minus guides.
Minus guides.
Yep.
I don't know, 15.
Yeah. Couple new guys in the kitchen. We had a fantastic dinner last night. We kind of rolled in, and then nice breakfast this morning. Set us up. That one.
We always have great staff.
Yeah. One of the things that I was, really excited about when we we're coming up is we talked about a little bit earlier, is that the new fish processing stuff.
Yeah.
That just takes it a whole new level, right? That just gets everybody taken care of before they leave, and yeah, that's just fantastic.
There's a lot to that.
Oh, I bet you there is, yeah.
That was a winter project.
Yeah. And we had a quick chance just to walk through yesterday and just get a little bit of a look, but it was kind of neat. Just the whole, how everything is in there just looks top notch.
How clean it has to be.
Yeah. And you got a guy that's going to be there just processing. That's his job, right? So that's something unique too to some of the lodges too. I know that they don't usually, it's the guides or whatever cutting the fish, so it's kind of neat to have a guy dedicated to it, right?
We have a fish processing man.
Yeah, that's great. This is a good fight.
Good fish. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had such a cold winter,
Yeah.
right? And the water's really cold.
Yeah.
And what they say, when it's a cold, snowy winter, the fish are going to be on the beach.
Really?
And they are.
That's good.
And that's not just here. That's all the way down the coast.
Yeah, that's good. Balance is not good anymore. This one's a little bit bigger, David. Oh yeah, that's a gorgeous fish. Woo, that's a bigger fish. So obviously you can see it's hatchery clip fish, right?
Yeah, star.
Yeah.
Right, so we know he's more than likely coming from the Columbia River or
Okay.
U.S. somewhere.
Yeah. And then, so what you'll do now is we'll take the fish back, we'll process it, we'll submit the head for DNA sampling, right?
Yeah, it has an otolith, right?
Yeah.
It's a little scar in the bone there.
Yeah.
And some of them actually have a pin, but most of them just have an otolith scar now.
Okay.
And 2 years ago, we submitted, I think, 9% of all the heads in British Columbia from our lodge.
Which is fantastic for you guys, but that's also, you think of the amount of fish that
Everybody's
are being
gotta
taken.
do a better job.
Yeah, we do, for sure. And that starts sport guys, lodge guys, everybody needs to do that. And again, it's not giving up your secret fishing spots.
No.
What it's doing is it's allowing us to assess the stocks. Right. And that's so important to keep the fisheries open for us, right?
For sure. You know what, and there's a few wild fish that need to be protected.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back.
To me, it's about priorities. I'm never going to look back and wish I had spent more time in the office. So I look for chances to disconnect, to reconnect with what's important, to remember what life's really all about. So make a splash. You never know where it could take you. Yamaha. Conquer water.
Learning with the pros. Brought to you by your Toyota BC dealers.
Today when we were out fishing, we could pretty much see every single fish that was on the sonar. When I'm at the shows for Lawrence, that's the number one question is how do I see salmon on my sonar, right? And to start with, it doesn't work very well in auto mode, right? Auto mode shows you from the top to an automatic depth location, whether it be 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet. So if you're fishing in 100 feet of water, the automatic mode will go from 0 to 200 feet. And that doesn't let you see individual targets very well. So today what we did is we were looking at a range from 40 feet to 100 feet. And that let us see the arches and the bait and everything on the screen. And we could pretty much tell almost before we were going to get a bite because we could see the fish coming on the sonar here. I'm going to show you how to set that up. To take it out automatic mode, we're going to go to the top right and hit range. At the bottom, still on the right, we're going to hit custom, and that's going to bring up our custom range screen. We're going to go to the upper limit, and today we were looking at 40 feet, so we're going to scroll over, put in a 40 feet, and then we're going to go to lower, and we were looking down 100 feet, so we're going to go 100, 0, 0, okay. And then okay, okay, and that just lets us see between 40 and 100 feet. And that's the basics of being able to see fish on your sonar. If you were fishing in 40 feet of water, you'd want to see from 20 to 40 feet. If you were in 60 feet, you'd want to see from 20 to 60. If you were fishing at 170 feet, you'd probably want to see 100 to about 185. So you want to narrow that, depth adjustment on your screen as best you can. Only use what you want to see, and that's the tip for seeing fish on your sonar.
Oh, hot fish. Hot fish. That's a hot fish.
Bait.
Awesome. I love those runs. Oh.
We are on.
Oh yeah, nice big arch there.
Oh, we caught the one on
Look
the
at that
top.
big arch there, yeah.
That's the one we got.
Nice. I like that when that happens. We're playing video games. So the weather hasn't been the greatest. last few days, so we're in for a bit of
This one's going.
a spell here, yeah.
Just in general, right? Hot, cold,
Yep.
cold. Not a lot of high pressure.
Oh, oh, it jumped.
It's funny, you can see him on the sounder, right?
Yeah.
One fish. And
Yeah,
that's when you know you're dialed in.
yeah. Well, you did some adjustments on the sounder too. You set the top and the bottom,
That's right, yeah.
and that made a big difference. You set the frequency as well too, right? And that just makes a difference once you get that
I
sounder.
get that question so many times at
Yeah.
the shows is, how do I get my sounder to show fish,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can't just turn it on. And
We don't,
expect it to
and don't turn the fish alarm on.
take the little fish symbols off.
Yeah, take them off. Yeah, you just want to see arches. Yes. Goodbye. I love it.
That's a goal, right?
Yeah, you want that. That's exactly what we're looking for.
That's not Hollywood either. That's
No.
fishes running.
Yeah. Swimming in the prop wash. I'm not ready to net them yet. I'm having fun watching you.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back.
Sleek new design with easy control file. The clearest images underwater with uncompromising range. Live mapping from the touchscreen. HDS Live. New from Lowrance. See the highest detailed images of fish and structure with active imaging. Share sonar, waypoints, and routes wirelessly between Elite TI2 displays. Elite TI2. New from Lowrance.
Welcome back to BC Outdoor Sport Fishing.
Oh, I'm swinging a miss. I didn't touch him though, so we're okay. It was. the boat, the net just floated away from him. They're all good fish, David.
They're all the same, eh?
Yeah. Oh no, we got a couple bigger ones. Hello folks, we're going to talk to you about the gear that we've been using on today's episode. Rods of choice today were 10.5 foot classic mooches by Rapala, and this is the medium light action. Lots of backbone, but great sensitivity as well too for that subtle bite. And we had it a couple times today where so far it's been a little bit of a bite and we're like, what's that? And sure enough, there he is, right? The other question I get too is why use mooching rods? Why 10.5 foot compared to the downrigger rods that are available? I think on the coast here, it's a standard. We all just kind of gravitate towards this size rod. Yeah. But the other thing too is you can run longer leaders.
Exactly.
Right?
One of the trends now is to fish bait and spoons.
Yeah.
Right? And with a spoon, it's a longer leader. Hooch
Yeah.
is 42 inches, so you can get away with a short rod.
Yeah.
But once you get into bait and spoon, sometimes the leaders are 8 feet long.
And again, that's for when you're doing the netting purposes, mainly anything, right? So you easier control rods up. The reels of choice today were the shift reels. Large arbor, good pickup, great drag system on them, do their job. The line today is a 25-pound Suffix line, high vis. Again, I run a high vis line mainly on one rod for sure, sometimes two. And again, that's just for crossing the rods. Yeah, you never know, right, where that line's going to go. And it shows up on camera nice too.
Yeah, and the fish don't seem to mind.
No, we're running fluorocarbon leaders anyway, right? So speaking of which, you can talk about that stuff now.
Yeah, leaders. So, the fish we're catching today were sort of 10 to 16 pounds, maybe a 17 pounder there. So you don't need the 40-pound leaders like late in August there. Yeah. So I grabbed the 25-pound, 25-pound Suffix fluorocarbon. Now the leader that was probably the hottest was about a 6-foot leader on the anchovy. Yeah. Right. But for me, 6 to 8 feet is the norm. Yeah. I don't go much shorter than that. Yeah. Really, the longer is better. Yeah. If there's, like I was telling you earlier, if it's competitive fishing, lots of boats, sometimes you lengthen it out a bit. Yeah. And it just gives you a little bit better advantage. Yeah. Right. Flasher's choice today. You gravitate towards red all the time. That's just your thing. I bring out all these different colors that I'm good up and down the coast, but you start to realize after the years that certain colors work for certain areas. Right. And that's why it's always good to have a good selection of flashers, because you go in a certain area and your go-to flasher may not work all the time, right? Right. So again, just a Coyote flasher, a little glow tape on one side, silver on the other. The other was just a glow with a kind of prism on the other. And those were the tickets today. Right. I mean, we had every other flasher color down on one side, and not many hits. It's easy to remember red right. That's right. The red one goes on the right side. For me, anyway. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's we'll show down to you again. So a couple different things we're using here. So there's a Coyote spoon.
These are kind of a go-to for anywhere on the West Coast, especially early season. 3.5 inch.
Yeah.
Right is key.
And again, what I do is when I make the order, I'll find the colors I want. I'll order a 3.5, a 4, and a 5.
Yeah.
You know, and that way you got all the different seasons, all the different years when the bait runs bigger.
Right. Early season is always basically needlefish.
Yeah.
Right. And we haven't seen the squid yet. And if it was squid, well, they wouldn't be biting these, right?
No, that's right. Yeah. So again, kind of a squid imitation here, which we did have a couple of takes on. The flash fly, which has been successful for us.
That's one of your favorites, right?
Yeah,
well, you know what? And you see, everybody's got a favorite lure.
That's right.
Right? And, you know, we saw lots of boats out there today, and there's quite a few fish caught.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't using my red flasher.
No, they weren't.
No?
Well, my red flasher, but your red color flasher.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, spoons and stuff, we dosed up with anchovy
yeah.
paste. Again, that just gives it that extra little bit of stuff,
works
right?
Really well.
Attractant.
Yeah.
We noticed when we're running bait today, too, we were running some of the green bait.
With the glow.
And then later in the day, we're like, you cut open an anchovy, and we started getting bites on a half an anchovy, and you thought, well, maybe it's because it's leaching some of the scent out, extra scent. So again, scent is very important,
absolutely.
right? And it's not just masking, but it's an attractant too, right? So
for sure.
Procure anchovy super gel. I don't go anywhere without
Put it
that
on your
stuff.
spoons, that's
where
good.
it goes. Of course, we can't forget about the great boat we're fishing out of.
Yeah.
The North River does its trick. You know,
Yeah.
you're a solid fiberglass guy, right? And every time you get in this boat, you're like, this boat's pretty good.
Yeah,
and that's a good compliment.
You know, it
coming
is a
from you.
really great boat.
Yeah.
Right? And especially for someone that's not out all the time, right? This boat planes at 12 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right? So there's safety when going slow and still have the power to maneuver.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas a glass boat, really you're plowing, right? This
Yeah.
one's right up on step.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful.
And I think one of the things that you can't ever overlook on boats is the electronics.
Yeah.
You know, and you're when it comes down, and whenever I have a problem with electronics, you know, I tend to call you or email you or text you, find, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
But
So
you dialed in the sounders. You set the sounders to where you're comfortable using it, and it made a difference. You're setting the
upper limit, lower limit,
and lower limits, right? And that just cleared everything up, right?
So
Changed the
basically, I'm
frequency as
running
well.
it on manual mode.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you that's like I say earlier in the show, there I was saying that. That's the biggest question is how do I see fish on my sounder?
Yeah.
Right? And that's the key.
Yeah.
So at the shows, I'm spending the whole time showing people how to go through the menu, how to dial it in so you can see salmon, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Last little piece of equipment, you haven't had a chance to be in it, but it's our 2014 Tundra. Made the trek up here. We towed the boat up from Campbell River and dropped in at Gold River, and not a problem. You know, that thing will tow, and I had a kid over at the place say, you know, does this thing tow that boat? And I'm like, yeah.
It's a big boat, 27-footer.
But not an issue.
Not an issue.
Lots of power, lots of towing capacity on that thing, and comfort, right? We stick all the camera gear and all the fishing gear in, and lots of room. So anyway, folks, we're going to follow up a quick list. We'll see you out on the water. We got a fish on, Dave. It's that big boy. Come on, big boy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he was kind of just maybe swallowing right then and realized, wait a minute, there's something sharp in here.
Maybe he took a little run.
Yeah.
There we go.
A little bit different conditions than we were up in last year in October. Not as much shenanigans on the boat either, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I've had a lot of people comment and say how much fun that episode is to watch. Because we were laughing the whole time. Oh my God, that was some funny stuff. Yeah, it was some fun stuff.
Quads and triples. And
yeah, it was good. And then just the joking around was good.
It's kind of a how not to video.
Oh no, we got a lot of fish. We did a good job of catching fish. You can imagine the ones we missed though, right? That was the funniest part. So how long have you been in Fort Boathouse for now?
We're 11 years right now, Mike.
Yeah. Full service Yamaha dealers.
Yeah.
Obviously North River
boats. This boat here.
Yeah.
Ranger, Cutwater, Yamaha.
Yeah. ATVs. You gotta get the whole gamut of everything there, right?
We got her all.
Yeah. And you're right in Fort too, which is nice. You got an area just to get the boats in, get everything tested and run.
Yeah. Lots of storage.
Yeah.
I think got about 24 guys on staff now.
Wow. Yeah, it's a pretty cool operation. How is he? What's he look like? I gotta maybe go.
I don't want him near that rod if we can avoid it. Let's see if we can bring him around.
I'll grab the net here. That's a better fish too. Look at that guy. Wow.
That's a nice one.
Gorgeous.
He's biting soft there.
That's not a bad fish. It was a funny bite, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was kind of like a
soft.
Yeah,
I brought the downrigger up. It was still on, and then all of a sudden she popped off.
didn't want to commit.
No.
So that's awesome. And a great way to end the day.
Yeah, no,
we're 10 minutes from the lodge, and we're out, and it's only about 9:30, quarter to 10, and we're done.
Yeah.
We're pretty much
We got a lot of fish this morning.
tagged our fish out, so it's been fantastic. I want to thank you, David, for being on the show.
Thanks for coming.
I'm not going to shake your hand. I'll pat you in the back. Thanks, Mike.
It's okay, buddy.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming out.
it.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
thank you.
opportunity.
And thank you, folks, for joining us on BC Outdoor Sport Fishing. We look forward to having you join us on a future episode.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing is brought to you by Toyota Dealers of BC, Rapala, Yamaha, Port Boathouse, Lowrance, Duncanby Lodge, Shockwave Seats. BC Outdoor Sport Fishing is also brought to you by